and let's begin with the Final Four. What do you expect to see, and how do you expect this weekend to play out?
Yeah, my favorite thing about this weekend is, listen, if there are people that root for North Carolina or North Carolina loyalists, forgive me, but like the one team that nobody wants to see win is North Carolina. All three of these teams, Oregon, South Carolina, and I think particularly Gonzaga, there it's a huge story if those team wins. There's three natural underdogs. Remember after the first 2 days of the tournament, everyone was doing this tournament's so boring. It's so predictable. The seating, they just go by seedings, and that like blew up immediately and has not stopped blowing up since. To me, that's the best part of this Final Four is you have all three. You have three. Of course, obviously, Oregon not being there since 1939, South Carolina, Gonzaga never having been there. You have three fan bases that are just losing their minds that they're in the Final Four. This is not North Carolina or Duke, Kentucky, and Kansas all being like, well, we better win the. Who cares about the Final Four? We better win the whole thing. They're unbelievably happy to all be here. That's exciting. That leads. I love this kind of new blood in the Final Four, and all three of those teams are going to be really excited to do it. Which means, of course, probably North Carolina is going to go and beat them, win both games anyway, and ruin all the fun of it. But yeah, to me, that is so exciting to see those three new teams in the Final Four. That's really kind of what I always kind of want out of these games.
Yeah. Speaking of fan bases, and you wrote about the fandemonium experience of these fan bases as they're watching these NCAA tournament games. I'm wondering, which do you enjoy more, watching the actual games or watching these fans watch those games?
It's funny. At the time, I want to watch the of course the game, but I will say I find fan reaction videos afterwards much more compelling than the actual play itself. To me, it's one of the internet has brought some bad things to the world. I find it difficult to argue that point. But one of the great things that it really has brought are these fan reaction videos. I find them addictive. The soccer is notorious for them. I've watched that John Brooks goal from the World Cup. That the goal is fine, but the reaction of people all across the country losing their minds is great. And because the reason these videos are great, I think one of my favorite ones of recent vintage is when the Kaylee Hartung shot, of ESPN shot of Villanova fans watching that shot to win the championship last year, which was an amazing shot. And they all coordinated throwing the water in the air. Their hands go up and they go down when they make the shot. It's just amazing. It's like a piece of human sociology that's really fascinating. And I love because it reflects back on us when you're watching a moment. Like, I'm very glad no one has a camera on me during a big moment in some of these games because I lose my mind. That's the glory of sports, is all this emotion comes out, all this excitement comes out. So go and watch people's reaction to it, whether it's the Villanova shot or a soccer goal, or theoretically speaking, David Freese hitting a home run to win the 2011 the Game 6. Theoretically speaking, I feel like these are. It's so exciting to relive those moments through the eyes of other people. So no matter what happens on this weekend, and really any sporting event, I always just hope that people have a camera on the crowd while these things are happening, because it's really just as compelling as the games themselves afterward.